What's up guys, and we're moving closer and closer to the release of the iPhone 7. The more we learn about it, the less and less excited I get for it. Regardless, I'd like to share with you several new developments for the iPhone 7 in this video. Firstly, a partnership between Intel and Apple. It's long been rumored that Apple might be powered by Intel processors, but let me assure you that is not the case. The efficiency is just not the same as ARM just yet. However, there is another area where Intel hopes to win Apple's business over with, and that is with a new LTE modem chip. Now, this was previously rumored. However, it's now been all but confirmed by Qualcomm's CEO. Qualcomm currently supplies the chips for Apple for their LTE modems. At a recent earnings call, he said that a major customer will give orders to a rival. And this basically confirms Intel giving the new LTE modem chip to Apple, and it's a 7360 model. Benefits would include more LTE bands on the iPhone, a higher download and upload speed. Currently they're at 300 download and 50 upload. They would go up to 450 download and 100 upload. Still, Samsung is at 600 download though. Next, there will be more association between Apple and Samsung in future iPhones. And this doesn't come as a surprise. We already learned last week that Apple signed a contract with Samsung, producing 100 million units of their OLED panels starting in 2017 for the iPhone. Now, a recent report from ET News claims that Apple will revert back to Samsung to use their flash NAND storage. So this is actually a partnership that used to exist in the past with older iPhones. It was dissolved because Samsung couldn't meet the requirements for electromagnetic interference shielding on the iPhones. And Apple is going to be very strict on that on the iPhone 7. It's rumored that they're going to be reducing a lot of that interference using new coding technologies, and finally Samsung will meet the cut and be reapplied in the iPhone as the storage requirements. And a new source is suggesting that Apple is working on a cutting-edge new 16GB base storage option chip. Not really. I hope it starts at 32GB in the very least. Now, earlier we saw that leaked image of the iPhone 7 Pro. Now, Maka Takara is saying the possibility is great that it could be the real deal, and Apple will indeed be shipping a smart connector feature on the back of the iPhone 7 Pro. No mention was made of the regular iPhone 7, just the higher end one. So this new smart connector could make way for a new smart keyboard. And I don't know about that, but there are many other applications that it could be used for. And I'm certainly excited at the possibility of an expansion using that smart connector. And the last thing he mentioned in his report, Maka Takara claims that the new iPhone 7 will have 2 new sensors on the top. Now, in recent news, the iPad Pro came with these 2 new sensors on the top, and as a result, we got the True Tone display. It's a better, more calibrated version of Night Shift that basically checks your ambience all the time. So instead of just having it calibrated by sunset, sundown times, it's now suited for every condition. And if this will be included in the next iPhone, I think that could certainly be a great improvement for it. Now, recently, there's been lots of talk about the iPhone 8, the iPhone that Apple will be releasing in 2017. It makes the iPhone 7 being released this year look very bad. Now, analyst from Barclays Mark Moskowitz says the iPhone 7 will be, and quoted, more of a replacement cycle iPhone, basically suggesting that Apple will drop the S-cycle naming scheme and instead name their iPhones in numbers, starting with the iPhone 8 in 2017. This doesn't limit them anymore and will help with the recent sales slump in iPhones. And this is closely related to Ming-Chi Kuo's report today, basically saying the iPhone 7 will have a disappointing amount of sales. Now, quoted by him, the iPhone needs to come up with more innovating features to revitalize the user experience. For example, in form factor design. Software and hardware specs, we don't see many attractive selling points for iPhone 7 in 2016, the second half, and are conservative with the shipments. And because most of the huge changes will be happening with the iPhone 8 in 2017, he expects the sales to drop by 18% versus a comparable statistic in 2014. Now, I hope you guys have all said goodbye to your iPhone Headphone Jack. It's certainly being dropped with the iPhone 7, and in a recent patent, Apple has applied for a hybrid wired wireless solution that would allow for seamless transition between using either one. A future without the headphone jack doesn't need to be bleak. And I thought I'd throw this one in here. I found it interesting that Apple got beaten to the punch. They did not release the first smartphone without a headphone jack. That would go to the LE Eco. I think that's how it's pronounced, LE2. So their series of new smartphones basically ship without a headphone jack, and they're saying that it allows for lossless audio in the headphones. It uses USB-C. I just thought that was really interesting. Apple is late to that game. But anyways, guys, that is the latest developments on the iPhone 7, a partnership with Intel, a partnership with Samsung, True Tone Display, and in general, it doesn't seem like too big of an upgrade. The iPhone 8 overshadows it in almost every single way, and I think it's certainly worth waiting for, but I guess we'll have to see in September. So thanks so much for watching. I will make sure to keep you updated on any new iPhone 7 news. The closer we get, like I said, the more we will hear about it. Now enjoy the Game of Thrones premiere tonight. I'll see you for the next video. Peace.